out! The electric eye in the doorway. It was a trap. If you'd walked through that beam, both of us would have been blown to pieces. And the man fell through the doorway, and then the place blew up.
That was a dreadful experience, my dear. This purple monster is utterly inhuman. You say it was this supposedly blind man, Tony, who gave you the address of the Pine Street house?
Yes.
And right now, he's locked up in the city jail.
Good. What do you intend to do with him?
Well, if we can make him talk, we might get a clue that'll lead us directly to the purple monster. Dr. Layton, you've seen several of the Purple Monster's men, so the district attorney would like you to come to his office at 2 o'clock this afternoon to see if you can identify Tony as one of them.
Well, I'm very busy, but I suppose I should go.
That would be the wise thing to do, Uncle Cyrus. I'll call for you here at 1:30.
All right. I'll be ready. Now, you two run along. Let me get some work done.
Something will have to be done about Tony immediately. The district attorney will try to make him talk.
So what? Tony doesn't know where this place is, and the only time he ever laid eyes on you is when we bought the cure offer from him.
That's the point. The district attorney wants me, as Dr. Layton, to try to identify Tony as one of the Purple Monster's men.
That's bad, because Tony will squeal on you to save himself.
I am due at the district attorney's office at 2 o'clock. Tony must be silenced.
That's easy to do. But not before 2 o'clock. Can't you delay going down there?
Not without arousing suspicion. Unless, of course, I am forcibly prevented from being there. I have it. Shortly before 2 o'clock, Sheila will be driving me into town along the Crest Highway.
Uncle, I have a feeling that car is following us.
You're just nervous, Sheila. The man probably wants to pass us.
Perhaps. But after what's happened, I'm not taking any chances.
Get out, Layton. You're coming with me. You stay right where you are.
I'll have you jailed for this.
Shut up and get in my car.
I'm glad the girl wasn't hurt. She'll be an eyewitness to the fact that I was carried off. You did a very convincing job.
I should. I've had plenty of practice.
What about Tony?
We'll take care of him in jail this afternoon. Fritz Benham. One of the kitchen helpers. He'll attend to Tony.
And where are you taking me?
Andy Martin's repair shop. He handles stolen cars. Fritz will report there as soon as he's finished his little job at the jail.
No, that won't do. I don't want all those thugs to see me there with you. You'll have to tie me up and bring me in as a prisoner. That'll protect me in case Foster catches up with any of them.
Okay. I'll make it look all right.
Hold it.
Yeah, that's high enough. What's this all about, Garrett?
I want to hold this man here for a while. You can cut yourself in on the take.
Yeah. You mean I'll cut myself in on a stretch in the big house? You're hotter than the chili pepper. I don't want any part of your business.
Oh, calm down, Andy. Fritz Benham will be here with a message in a little while. And we can take this guy to a new hideout. Go there and sit down and keep your trap shut.
Well, thanks, Inspector. Keep me posted.
Craig. Garrett's got Uncle Cyrus. He forced us off the road and took Uncle away in another car.
Now, take it easy, Sheila. I think I know how to find your uncle. Inspector Evans just phoned me that our prisoner, Tony, died suddenly after eating his lunch.
Poisoned?
Probably, but there's no definite proof yet. Dr. Layton was undoubtedly carried off to prevent him from reaching the district attorney's office before Tony could be put out of the way.
But how will this help to find Uncle Cyrus?
The police suspect Fritz Benham, a kitchen helper, of tampering with Tony's food, but he doesn't know he's suspected, and I'm going to follow him when he leaves the jail. He may lead me straight to the man who took your uncle.
That's your man, Foster.
Thanks, I'll take over from here.
Hey, don't pull that fainting stuff on me. Hey, you better keep that window closed. Somebody might see us in here. Drop that gun. I got you covered.
Dr. Layton rescued. Mysterious kidnapper still at large. There isn't a word about you saving the doctor, Craig. You're being too modest.
Oh, it isn't modesty. It's just that I want to keep this as quiet as possible. So far, we've been able to keep all details of the jet plane out of the papers.
I wonder if more publicity wouldn't help us catch the purple monster.
No, I don't think so. He undoubtedly reads the papers, and the less information he gets, the better for us.
If you're right, this story will interest him. Dr. Paul Meredith, noted physician, has perfected an oxygen device that will revolutionize the treatment of respiratory diseases. He has refused offers from the Scientific Research Foundation and other sources.
Great Scott.
Why does our foundation want that machine?
Now, I've seen Meredith's working model. On a larger scale, it's just what the jet plane needs to create oxygen to use beyond the stratosphere. If the Purple Monster is building a ship from Dr. Layton's plans, he will certainly need a device like that. And he'll go after it. I'd better warn Meredith. Hello, Meredith. This is Craig Foster. I'd like to see you. It's very important. What lunch date? I didn't make a date with you. Well, there's something very funny about this. Would you mind remaining in your laboratory? I'll be right over. Someone called Meredith this morning and said I wanted to meet him downtown for lunch. The Purple Monster must be planning to get him away from the laboratory long enough to steal his machine.
What are you going to do?
We'll have to get Meredith to a safe place. I think perhaps you'd better take him to the observatory and wait there until you hear from me. I'm going to be in Meredith's laboratory when the Purple Monster arrives.
What have you learned about the setup of Meredith's laboratory?
Only that he keeps the model of the oxygen device in the safe. Here. This electronic torch will cut through that safe like it was made of paper. Want me to go along?
No, I'll handle it myself. Meredith isn't going to be there. You stay here and keep the men busy on the jet plane.
Uncle Cyrus.
I believe we caught the great scientist napping.
Yes. Poor Uncle. He's just worn out from his work. Anything wrong, Dr. Meredith?
I don't want to alarm you, Miss Layton, but your uncle is not sleeping normally.
I don't understand.
It's very strange. Pulse, respiration. It's almost like a coma, as though he were drugged.
It must be the work of the Purple Monster.
expecting you this time. Put that thing down. So the purple monsters finally made a mistake. Hello? Oh, hello, Sheila. Your uncle.
Something strange has happened to him. He doesn't seem to be breathing. Dr. Meredith believes it's some sort of a coma. He says we should get him to a hospital immediately.
Oh, yes, by all means. Phone St. John's Hospital and have them send an ambulance. Ask Meredith to go there right away and prepare for Dr. Layton's arrival. I'll be with you just as soon as I can take care of the situation here.
My entire plan is in danger. The girl is taking Dr. Layton's body to St. John's Hospital in an ambulance.
Is it too late to stop her?
It's not too late. I'm driving back to the observatory. I'll meet the ambulance and stop it, but I'll need your help.
All right, I'll get there as soon as I can.
Good. Start at once. Get away from that wheel. Open the doors, Garrett.
Step on, Miss Layton.
Put Dr. Layton in my car.
Go on!
Foster and the girl may be here any moment. Get down to the cabin at once.
Yes, sir.
Uncle Cyrus!
Dr. Layton.
I was just trying to phone you.
How on earth did you get here?
The strangest thing happened. I fell asleep in my study, and next thing I knew, I was in the back of a moving car.
And Garrett and the purple monster were in the front seat.
Yes.
And then what happened?
The car slowed down a curve. I opened the door, jumped out, and fell in some bushes. I made my way back here in sort of a daze. That's all I remember.
Well, don't try to talk now. We'll discuss the whole thing after you've had a good rest. Get him a glass of water, Sheila.
Foster and Sheila swallowed my story hook, line, and sinker.
And you have nothing to worry about.
No, not as far as they're concerned. But I'm behind schedule with the jet plane. I'll have to explain my reasons to the Emperor. The Earth expedition calls the Emperor.
The Emperor of Mars bids you speak. Is the jet plane almost finished?
We're making good progress, Your Highness. But I have encountered many serious obstacles.
Obstacles? What obstacles could possibly stop you? Second highest on Mars.
Allow me to give Your Majesty a complete report. After landing on Earth, I contrived to be alone with Dr. Layton in his observatory, where he showed me the plans of his jet plane.
Very ingenious, Doctor.
I'm highly flattered, sir. This is really the greatest day of my life.
Unfortunately for you, Doctor, it is also the last day of your life.
I beg your pardon. I'm afraid I don't quite understand.
My people have planned for a long time to invade the Earth and enslave its inhabitants, destroying all of those who resist us. I am a forerunner of that invasion, the advance guard.
You must be insane. You must have injured your head when you landed. You better let me get you a drink.
Stay where you are. I'm not mad. The invasion has only been delayed because of our inability to build ships that could land safely and return to Mars. Your plans have supplied that need. You see, I have the ability to kill you, enter your body and use it for my own purposes.
Now I know you're insane.
This capsule contains a specimen of the atmosphere surrounding Mars. Harmless for me to breathe, of course, but it will be instantly fatal to you.
Having assumed his body, I was accepted by everybody as Dr. Layton. Then I learned of the newly perfected launching rocket. I was about to secure this for our jet plane when I was interrupted by Craig Foster and forced to fight for my life. Foster has been a dangerous and clever opponent. On another occasion, he prevented Garrett from getting away with a valuable load of rocket fuel.
We can't outrun him. We're losing that oil. When you get to the top of the grade, stop.
Can plainly see that even I have been seriously hindered by such difficulties.
I can also see that this Foster person is endangering our plans. You must take steps to remove him at once.
Your command is my law. Eliminating Foster won't be an easy matter. It'll have to be done quietly and away from the observatory, so that I'll never be suspected.
I know how that can be done. I have a secret apartment in town. I find it very handy to get rid of people who don't play ball with me. It's very easy. I simply take care of them by telephone.
By telephone?
Yeah. And if you can find a way to get Foster that apartment, after he answers that phone there, he'll never be heard from again.
Well, hello, Doctor.
I had to see you, Craig.
You promised us that you'd go to bed and rest. Have a seat. Now, what's on your mind that's so important?
I just remembered something I heard the Purple Monster tell Garrett when I was a prisoner in their car.
Yes?
They were planning to separate. And Garrett was to go to 362 Bond Street and wait in the first floor apartment for further orders.
Then that may be their headquarters.
Now, don't do anything rash, Craig.
I'll be careful, but I am going to pay a visit to that Bond Street address.
very grateful that you weren't killed, Craig. Did these murderers leave any evidence that might lead you to the Purple Monster?
Well, I did find this in the room.
That's just a blank piece of paper.
No, not entirely blank. There's a faint imprint of some words that were written on the sheet above it. Let's see if we can bring them out. Benjamin. Well, that must be Professor Benjamin, the inventor of the atmospheric stabilizer.
But why should these men be interested in Benjamin or his device?
Well, if the Purple Monster is building a jet plane, he'll obviously need some sort of a stabilizer to regulate the atmosphere and air pressure in the control chamber.
Possibly you're right, Craig.
There's no doubt about it. I'm going to see Benjamin and warn him at once.
Your telephone trap not only failed to dispose of Foster, but you left evidence that is leading him straight to Benjamin.
That's going to make it tougher to get that stabilizer.
It would be difficult in any event, since he's never drawn plans of his stabilizer. He carries the details in his mind.
Oh, I've made men talk before.
I'm afraid you might find Benjamin a rather difficult subject. As a matter of fact, this job is going to require more tact and discretion than I can hope to find in any of my associates here. Purple Monster calls the Emperor of Mars.
The Emperor listens. Speak.
I have encountered a problem, Your Highness, that is beyond the powers of my earthborn henchmen. I need my assistant, Marcia.
Whatever you need, you shall have. Marcia will be dispatched immediately by X7. Are you making any progress on the jet plane?
Excellent, Your Highness. The hour of Earth's conquest is near. You begin to understand my plan?
I think I do.
I'll calculate the exact time of Marcia's arrival, and we'll meet her at the same place I landed. Here she comes.
Why, that's only a falling star.
That is projectile X7. Inferior to the jet plane we're building now, but adequate for a one-way passage. Welcome, Marcia.
Thank you, Master. I've come to assist you.
This is Garrett, my earthly assistant.
I'm eager to hear my assignment.
Very well, Marcia. A certain Professor Benjamin has invented an atmospheric stabilizer, which we need for the jet plane. He has a trusted woman assistant.
Whose body and identity I shall assume.
That is correct. As his secretary, you'll be able to secure the necessary information from the professor regarding the principles of his invention. One important part, the dimensional magnet, has already been completed. That you must find and seize.
I understand.
I'll take you to his workshop in the morning.
I appreciate your concern, Craig, but I think it's a waste of time for you to stay here and guard me.
The Purple Monster will stop at nothing, Professor Benjamin. While your life may be in danger...
I'm used to working with death at my elbow. Step into the alcove. If anyone were to walk through here, it would be the end of him.
What do you mean, Professor?
Let me show you. Let's stand over there.
that's amazing.
The same thing would happen to a man. To me, if I weren't careful.
Nevertheless, don't underestimate the purple monster.
I won't.
Well, I'll leave you now, Professor.
Well, why don't you have lunch with me before you go? My house is just across the yard.
Well, thanks, I will.
I'll be back in an hour, Helen. You'd better lock the doors.
Very well, Professor.
Who are you?
You won't need to know.
What do you want?
Your identity and your job.
Helen! Helen! What happened? Helen, open the door! Break it down! Helen! Helen!
It looks as if she's fainted.
Or got a shock.
I must have touched the galvanizer coil by mistake. Stupid of me.
Do you feel all right now?
Of course. A little shock like that is all in a day's work.
Well, if you're sure everything's all right, I'd better be going. But I'd advise you both to be very careful.
We will.
Goodbye.
Hello? Yes, I'm alone. You can talk.
I have all the data on the stabilizer, and I found the dimensional magnet. You can send Garrett to pick them up. No, the professor's at a conference. He won't be back for some time.
Good. I'll send Garrett right away.
Do you want me to remain here with the professor?
It would look better if you did. Are you sure that no one suspects Helen is Marcia?
No more than anyone suspects that Dr. Layton is the purple monster. Goodbye, Doctor. Hello, Professor. You're back early.
They called the conference off, Helen. Would you mind going over to the house to see if a letter came from the patent office?
I'd be glad to.
Hello, Craig?
Yes, Professor Benjamin?
I found out something extraordinary about the purple monster. Yes, it's incredible. But the purple monster is...
Professor Benjamin.
What happened?
There was a shot just as he was going to tell me something about the purple monster.
You'd better get over there.
What happened to him?
I had to kill him. There isn't time to explain now. Here's the dimensional magnet and the data on the stabilizer.
Good. Are you staying?
I'll have to. They'd suspect me if I left. I'll tell them the purple monster killed him.
Get those hands up.
I'm so glad you're here, Mr. Foster.
Who killed him?
The purple monster, he moved. He's still alive.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly bobbed. You gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man. Start strolling down to the sweets that set you rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff. Give me 5. Let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, man, go. It ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill. Give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man, frosty.
Telephone Dr. Layton and tell him what happened while I tie up Garrett.
Hello? Dr. Layton? This is Helen. A terrible thing has happened. 2 men broke in and tried to steal the dimensional magnet and killed Professor Benjamin.
I presume someone else is there.
Yes. Mr. Foster came in just as the men were about to leave. There was a fight. One of the men was killed. Mr. Foster captured the other one. A man by the name of Garrett.
Continue talking and listen carefully to what I have to say.
Yes, Doctor. I presume they'll call the police.
Foster will probably question you about Benjamin's murder. When you answer, use the words Plan 7 in such a way that Garrett is sure to hear them. Then he'll know what to do. If you have a chance, try to loosen or cut Garrett's bonds.
Yes, we'll let you know what we learn.
You'll burn for this job, Garrett. Helen here was an eyewitness.
Yes, I saw it all. He and the professor were having an argument about, some Plan 7.
Plan 7?
Sure, I killed him. It was orders from the Purple Monster.
Who is this Purple Monster?
If he had any other name, I've never heard it. But if I'm going to the chair, I'm going to take him with me. Look, if I turn him in, will you give me a break?
Do you know where to find him?
Sure. I can take you to his hideout.
And walk me right into a trap. Oh, no.
Now, how can I do that? My hands are tied and you got a gun in my back. I may be a crook, Foster, but I'm no fool.
All right, Garrett, I'll take a chance. I'll call Sheila and have her come over and stay with you until the coroner comes. Hello, Sheila. Professor Benjamin's been murdered.
Murdered? Who did it?
I can't tell you now, but why don't you come over to Benjamin's place and help Helen? She can explain what happened. Right. Now, where is this place?
On Dunham Road.
When Sheila gets here, you better look this room over for clues. I'll come back as soon as I check on Garrett's story.
All right, Mr. Foster. I hope you find the Purple Monster.
Let's get started.
There's a car coming up the road. Get under cover. And don't shoot until I give you the signal.
Remember, if there's any treachery, you won't live to go on trial.
Well, Garrett, you brought us a visitor, I see.
Garrett said I'd find you here.
And you were stupid enough to believe that you would take me by surprise? You're here because I want you here. If you fire that gun, it means your own death.
If I didn't want to put you before a judge and jury, I'd call your bluff.
Then I'll call yours. And with a mere gesture of my hand, send you into eternity.
This time, put both your hands up.
Hello? Oh, yes, Craig. It's Sheila. The coroner was here. Helen went over to Benjamin's house, but she'll be back soon.
Listen carefully. Garrett escaped. The rope I tied him with had been cut, and I believe Helen did it. She's the only one that had the opportunity. Watch her very carefully. I'll get there as quickly as I can.
All right.
I have to take this dimensional magnet to Dr. Layton. I'll be right back.
I'm sorry. You'll have to wait here until Mr. Foster returns.
What do you mean?
Someone cut the rope on Garrett's hands with those shears.
Why, who could have done that?
You should be able to answer that question yourself. You were the only one here.
Are you accusing me of doing it?
We'll find out who did it when Craig returns and checks the fingerprints on those shears.
I have no intention of waiting for Craig.
I managed to save myself, but that strange girl was killed.
You poor child. You survived another terrible experience. Are you sure that she left no clue behind? Anything that might tell us who she was or where she came from?
There was only one thing that might help us, Uncle Cyrus. I noticed that the girl was wearing a very unusual medallion on her belt. It came off during the struggle, and I think it fell over the cliff.
Does Craig know about this?
Yes. I'm picking him up at Stewart's office, and we're driving out to the cliff to look for him.
That's an excellent idea. The medallion might prove to be important evidence.
We'll do our best to find it.
Anything wrong?
Sheila told me she saw Marcia's transformation from Helen's body.
Well, Marcia's dead, so how can that hurt us?
Marcia was wearing a jeweled medallion on her belt, made of metallarium, a mineral element found only on Mars, and Sheila Layton saw it. She's meeting Foster, and they're both going out to the cliff to hunt for it.
But what can happen if they do find it?
If they find it and have it analyzed, they'll learn that it came from Mars. That'll put them much too close to my secret. You've got to find that medallion first.
Okay, I'll pick up a man and go right out there. Here it is.
Good work. Come on up here.
Garrett, quick, get back to the car.
Try and get away, Mears. I'll hold Foster here.
Get out. Where's the key?
It was there a minute ago.
Well, it's not here now. Hand it over.
I tell you, I haven't got it.
I want that key, and I want it quick.
They tried to take our car, but I hid the key.
Good work, Sheila. But unfortunately, Garrett got away, and he probably has the medallion.
Either Garrett or this fellow here.
We'll find out.
give us a clue?
Strange-looking metal. I'm going to take it to Riverdale and have Harvey, the mineralogist, analyze it.
Hello?
This is Garrett. Ran into Foster and the Layton girl up the cliff. Mears was killed and I barely got away.
What about the medallion?
Foster has it. But I overheard him say he was taking it to some mineralogist by the name of Harvey to have it analyzed.
Go to Harvey's laboratory and get that medallion. In case you need help, I'll be there as soon as I can.
What do you make of it, Mr. Harvey?
It's an unusual metal. Very unusual.
Do you have any idea what it is?
That's hard to say until I analyze it.
How long will that take?
Not long. If you want to, you can wait in the office.
Thanks.
Your name Harvey?
Why, yes.
Somebody bring you a medallion to have analyzed a while ago.
That's right. He,
Skip the details. Let me have that medallion.
Come on, be quick about it.
Do you have any authority for such a request?
Yeah, this. Now hand it over.
Don't bother, Garrett. I'll take that medallion. I'll take this, too. It's quite an improvement over my own. You see, during our little shooting match we had at the cliff, I ran out of shells. I'll be back later, Harvey.
All right.
You and I are going to headquarters.
Well, Foster,
How did you get in here?
you overlooked the side door to the cooling room. I merely disposed of Harvey's assistant, and here I am. Now, if you'll be so kind as to drop that gun.
find out what the metal was in that medallion?
Yes, a spectrum analysis showed that it was composed of a mineral element which has never been found on Earth, but is known to exist on Mars.
Exactly where does that get us?
To something very important. Harvey also found traces of carboxide gas in the cavities of the medallion. Now, that gas can be made synthetically on Earth, but science knows that it exists in its natural form on Mars.
Well, that may be true, but after all, it's only a theory. Nobody from the Earth has ever been to Mars.
But if someone from Mars had been on the Earth, this carboxide gas might be necessary for their existence.
You realize how fantastic all this sounds?
Yes, but fantastic is just the word to describe the purple monster and the girl who was associated with him. Sheila saw her emerge from the body of Helen, so it's entirely conceivable that the purple monster could merge into the body of a man.
Craig, you don't believe that.
I'll believe anything that explains this mystery, and I'm convinced that we've succeeded in linking the purple monster with Mars. He's building a jet plane, obviously to return to Mars, and he'll need carboxide gas to breathe on the way. I'm going to find out if anybody's ordered that stuff from a chemist.
Craig, if I had your imagination, I could fly to Mars without a jet plane. Let me know how you come out.
All right, I will. Come on, Sheila.
How are you getting along with the loading?
Fine. We're almost ready for your final inspection. And I'm picking up the last truckload of carboxide this afternoon.
That's good, because we may have to take off a little sooner than I had planned. Foster had Marsh's medallion analyzed, and now he knows about the gas. He also made some rather shrewd guesses about my origin. Fortunately, we're making the carboxide in our own plant, so his investigations won't lead him very far.
I see. You don't know of any other firm that might make carboxide? All right, thank you. Well, that's the last of them. Nobody makes this stuff. Most of them never even heard of it. No luck?
Luck? As soon as I mentioned carboxide, they looked at me as though they thought I intended to kill somebody.
Well, you could kill somebody with that stuff. It's highly explosive and deadly poisonous. Well, I'm afraid we're through. World Chemical was our last chance.
Incidentally, they did mention that the only unusual customer they had was some outfit that bought empty gas containers.
Empty gas containers? Who was it?
I didn't ask, but whoever they are, they're picking up a load this afternoon.
Well, it's a long shot, but I'm going out there and look them over. If I learn anything, I'll call you at the observatory.
Get your motor started. I'll be ready in a minute.
like those containers are coming loose. Keep going. I'll go back and fix them. Who was back there? Foster. Foster? Yeah, when I knocked him into the trailer. He's not gonna bother us anymore.
Craig thought he'd better find out who was buying those empty gas containers.
And you haven't heard from him since?
No, he was to call here if he learned anything.
Well, make yourself at home, my dear, and if you'll excuse me, I'll go on with my work.
Go right ahead, Uncle Cyrus. I'll stay here and wait for his call.
Start unloading that trailer. Boss wants you to phone him as soon as you get in.
What's that gauge?
Thanks, Garrett.
Don't thank me. Keep your eyes open. There's enough gas in this plant to blow us to bits.
I'll get it. Dr. Layton speaking.
This is Garrett. Do you want me?
Oh, yes. So glad you called. Before you go any further with your experiment, I want to warn you again to be careful. You can't afford to have strangers learn anything of our process.
I get it. You can't say anything right now. What, are you worrying about Foster? Well, you can forget about Foster. He climbed aboard the truck and I took care of him. See you later.
counted the clicks of the dial and figured out the number he called. Here it is.
Why, it's the observatory.
Exactly.
I remember now. Someone called while I was there, but Uncle answered it. Craig, surely you don't think he has any connection with the Purple Monster?
I don't know what to think, Sheila. But suppose the Purple Monster had killed your uncle and was using his body just as the Martian girl did with Helen.
Oh, it's too horrible. I can't believe it.
I know how you feel, Sheila, but we've got to face the truth.
I suppose you're right.
I have a plan that might give us the answer. Do you think you could get your uncle to leave the observatory long enough for me to hide a noiseless motion picture camera in his study?
Yes. But what would that accomplish?
I'll rig it up to the telephone so that when he picks up the receiver, the camera will start. Then I'll call him and give him a message that will force him into action if he is the Purple Monster.
All right, I'll call him.
Yes? Oh, hello, Sheila.
Uncle Cyrus, can you come over immediately? Mr. Stewart has some papers that need your signature.
Well, can't they wait? I'm terribly busy. Oh, very well. I'll be there shortly.
He'll be right over.
Good. I'll get the camera and hook it up. Keep him here as long as possible.
Really, Sheila, I don't know what's come over you. These could have waited till later.
As you know, Uncle Cyrus, the Foundation is preparing its annual report, and this data must be checked as soon as possible.
I can't give you any more time just now, Sheila. I'm sorry. Perhaps tomorrow.
I've been so worried, Craig. I kept him here as long as I could.
Everything's all set. I got out just one jump ahead of him. Well, a great deal's going to depend on this phone call.
Dr. Layton speaking. You sure of what you're saying?
I've just discovered the Purple Monster is using the observatory for a hideout. Positive. I'm coming over with a squad of men from headquarters and make a thorough search of the place.
This is all very upsetting, Craig. Hadn't you better come down here alone and talk things over with me?
Oh, there's nothing to worry about. The sooner the police take over, the safer we'll all be. Must have left right after I phoned. Let's check the camera. It worked. I've got to get this film developed immediately.
Uncle has a developing outfit in the document basement.
Fine. Suppose you go down and get the equipment ready while I unload the film.
Everything seems to be in order, but I can't find the gyro compass.
It's over there. I'm just going to...
Someone's using the secret entrance. Most unfortunate that you had to interfere with my business at the last moment. Otherwise, you might have lived until I returned from Mars with an invading armada of jet planes. It's too late to load the Annihilator on the plane, but you may use it to destroy the observatory and anyone who happens to be in it. So get it warmed up.
Garrett, get away from there. Where's the purple monster?
I don't know.
All right, untie her. Well, Inspector, what do you think about it?
Well, I'd rather not think about it. It's like a bad dream.
It would have been a nightmare if that creature had escaped and brought back an army of purple monsters.
That's right. We can be very grateful that the secrets of the jet plane remain on the Earth.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.